Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
All right, I have to preface this by saying Thor doesn't know the news stories until I tell him what we're talking about.
9 times out of 10,
So despite the fact that the thumbnail reveals what we're talking about, Thor doesn't know what I have found.
What do you got today?
So, I found something really interesting in digging through the bowels of the internet.
Great, you can find some real fun stuff there.
There's a crowdfunding going on right now for a documentary called Halcyon Daze, D-A-Z-E.
How do I contribute?
It's going to be trying to cover, if it gets funded, the short-lived Galactic Starcruiser attraction and the fans who loved it.
Oh, the fans who loved it?
Yeah, which makes it even better. I watched the teaser thing that they put up about what they want to accomplish, and no offense to people who cosplay, but this looks like a LARP fest where the one lady who's on there the whole time, she's like, I have a character. My name is Jellican Snacks. She goes as like an Ewok. And it sounds like she has made multiple trips. Because she talks about the community there. How these people started out not just as people she met on the Star Cruiser, but they are friends now. And they have a bond because of the Star Cruiser and the stories and the characters they invented on the Star Cruiser. Now, bear in mind, going on the Star Cruiser costs like $5,000 to $6,000.
I was just going to ask, yeah. Do these people realize you could go play or LARP elsewhere? Here's the thing. You're in the Star Wars galaxy, right? It's not just the ship. You could pretend you could go somewhere else in the park or wherever and be like, hey, we're on Andor and I'm an Ewok today. Instead of constantly going to the Star Cruiser. I don't know.
Like I said, this sounded like someone who's been to the Star Cruiser multiple times.
Wow.
Multiple times.
That's a lot of money, I'm assuming.
Yes, and that she had friends who've also gone on the Star Cruiser multiple times. So the documentary is supposed to be covering the last days of the last voyages, you should say, of the Halcyon. The last few times it was in full function for their, what was it, like a two-night, 3-day experience. Yeah. And she talks about how people were like crying because they know there was only so many performances or voyages left. And
how rich are these people? They can build their own.
No, it's not just them who are making this documentary. It's not just coming from the people who loved the Star Cruiser. It's also going to be covering testimonials from artists, cast, and crew that worked on the experience, as well as the dedicated sect of fans.
I thought this was going to be a documentary of disaster. That would be my title for it, too.
I understand.
Okay, here's my question. If they were able to go multiple times at $5,000 a pop, can't they just fund this thing? These sound like pretty wealthy people.
It was only active for, what, like 19 months is the official number?
Was it that long?
Yeah.
Wow, it made it that long. I mean, you're going multiple... They make it sound like they go, like, weekly, which they probably don't, but...
Hopefully
if you're going, like, 5, 10, 12, however many times, like, that's a lot of money. Like, fund your own documentary.
It's a lot of time.
Like, no offense to these people. Like, do what you want with your money and your time, and I'm one of those people. You do what you want in your life. But, seems strange to me.
Yeah, but they noted in the description for this that they're going to be kind of covering the stark contrast between the Star Cruiser as a ridiculous and ridiculously expensive failure and as a beloved community.
Okay.
This is an effort to document and understand that tension. So, I mean, you can donate if you feel like it. It's called Halcyon Daze, D-A-Z-E. And when I had originally looked into this, the campaign's around $19,000 to make this documentary.
That's 4 trips to the Halcyon right there. Think about it that way.
Yeah, they're working on a rough cut right now to submit to film festivals in the fall to help with like this critical stage of getting the funds and actually being able to do this, because they need a lot of footage from people who've gone.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because obviously they can't go there to film anything for it. They have to collect footage from people who have been there.
In all sincerity, good luck with the project, and I will watch it if it happens.
I would be very interested to see it.
I would actually be interested, especially if it's kind of a balanced take, not just like, oh, we had so much fun and
like I said,
it's a shame.
They do talk about how it was ridiculously
it was stupid.
Priced.
They screwed up. Disney made a mistake.
Yeah, between how ridiculously expensive it was as a failure for that, as well as the apparently, I didn't know it existed, this beloved, like, hardcore community of people who really enjoyed the Halcyon. Like,
how?
In this little preview, like I said, she talks about how she never really fit anywhere. And this is an older woman, too, by the way, who invented this character and really, like, found a community and a home there amongst not just the other patrons, but fitting in part of the performances. You know, because you get to LARP, you get to be a part of the action, and apparently she didn't ever know she was a LARPer, I guess.
Nobody does until they do it for the first time.
For $6,000.
Yeah. That's... Whew.
Right. But I just thought that'd be something you'd be very interested in hearing about, something to share with me.
I think that's cool. I'm happy for her. Apparently, if she's older and she's retired and she's got her, life savings and retirement and all that, then do what you will with it. That's great. I just kind of find it funny because it was such a disaster.
Halcyon will never die.
Well,
she even has a shirt that she's wearing during and it says forever, and the O in forever is the Halcyon symbol, the O with the two lines through it for the Shangela.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Their logo for the ship.
Well, good luck with the documentary. We will watch it and review it if it happens. I would
definitely be interested to hear other people's take who've actually been there, apparently even more than once.
Yeah, we would definitely check it out. If that person, some random way, watches this video, good luck.
No, and if anyone wants to crowdfund, go for it.
Do you have a link? I mean, you'll have to give it to me because I'm going to be editing this. And...
I'm sure you just go to Kickstarter or Crowdfunder.
So lazy. You can't even get
me That's on Kickstarter. You just type in Halcyon Days. And why don't you put the link in there for people? If people really... if it gets funded, it gets funded. We can see it. I would, like I said, I'd be very interested to hear somebody else.
We'll check it out. Yeah.
In other news, Natasha Louis Bordizzo, who is Sabine from Ahsoka Season 1, uploaded a story on her Instagram. She is in London for the filming of Ahsoka Season 2, which is supposed to begin in less than a month.
All right.
We don't know if it'll start sooner than that or later than that. We also know that the actor who played Ezra Bridger is going to be in a Comic-Con in Liverpool between May 3rd and 4th, because he's also going to be in the UK filming.
Cool. I thought Amon Esfande did a fantastic job as a character.
Fantastic job.
He
really, Ezra.
Yeah, he was, yeah. I didn't necessarily love the show, but I thought a lot of the casting was on point.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Season 2 will get better. There were some interesting tidbits in there.
Balin. I mean, it's such a shame with... Yeah.
It is. I'd like to see where the story goes, though. And
I'm curious. I'm curious to see where it goes.
I liked it, I think, more than I disliked it. I can say that.
That's fair. I have no ill will toward it. As I always say, I don't care if you loved it. That's fine. I thought it was... I wished it was better. That's kind of how I feel about it.
It's hard to take a cartoon, an animated show to live action because...
That's a naughty word.
You know what I mean, though. It's hard to take live action from animated. Yeah. Because animated, the characters move very specifically. They can do specific things. When you move them into live action, sometimes those things, they look clunky.
Like when she does the flip on the ship.
If she would have done that in animation, we would have had no problem. But if you do it doing it in live action, it looked kind of awkward.
It looked a little awkward, yeah.
Now we'll move on to new this week in Star Wars, etc.
Every week.
We are 4 weeks, roughly, out from Andor Season 2. Yeah.
One way out.
1 month left.
1 month left, yes.
Okay, Tuesday we are at Daredevil Born Again, episodes 5 and 6, 8 p.m. Central Time. This is the infamous double episode week, so it'll be done 1 week prior to Andor beginning.
Yep.
Because they have realized...
If
I have to watch 3 episodes of Andor, I think Daredevil's season finale is taking a break.
Backburnered.
And I can't stay up late enough to watch all of it. That's
I
have to work
in the review
morning.
With me. Me and you, other channel. You pop over there from time to time.
Yeah, so double episode week. Hooray. Wednesday, for comics, it is the Rise of Skywalker adaptation number 2. Skipped.
Yay. No, they're supposed to add stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it's going to make it good now.
Thursday,
what does that laugh for?
We have our voice chat at 8 p.m. Central Time. We will definitely be talking about Daredevil, anything Andor related that comes up in the week. We might talk a little bit more about the Halcyon Days documentary.
That sounds,
We talk about a lot of topics.
We talk about everything.
All right, and on Friday, there are no real movies of note to report, except for, Death of a Unicorn I'm kind of interested in, but I've also heard it's really hokey, which means it's not a theater one for me. It's I'll watch it sometime at home.
Yeah.
But so I can also report... You and I finally watched Kraven the Hunter.
We did watch Kraven.
I wanted to watch it when it came out. Things just didn't line up for us. No. I was so happy I finally got to see it, and it was actually better than I expected.
It's bad, but it's a good bad.
Oh, it's a good bad.
It's a good bad.
Madam Web is a bad bad.
Bad bad.
Morbius is a good bad. This was a good bad.
Morbius is kind of... We made Morbius good because sometimes when we watch movies...
We worked hard for that.
It's like Mystery Science Theater 3000 with us sometimes. We'll just start blabbing away.
Yeah. But I enjoyed Kraven the Hunter. I think I enjoyed it a lot because there were a lot of comic references in there that I got.
Oh, there's like every Spider-Man villain. And
big ASM, like Amazing Spider-Man fan. And they cover a lot of stuff. And I was like, yeah, I know that person. And then I showed you a picture of what Calypso looked like in the comic. You're like, oh, they changed her look.
A little bit.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
But
no, it was enjoyable.
It was a good
time.
it was a good time. I missed the Russian accent, but the actor they got to play him made up for it.
Yeah, you enjoyed him too.
I did enjoy him too.
Jesus, right in front of me. No,
what?
You meant his acting skills, right?
Perfect. He could have worn shoes more often.
That's.
I don't condone any movie that runs around.
I'm gonna stick my feet in your face right now. Here they come.
I can't condone any movie that you have characters running barefoot on places like New York or busy city streets with no shoes. You know, there's broken glass, needles, rocks,
hepatitis.
And I don't like to walk on grass barefoot. It's a weird thing with me. I have very sensitive. feet.
I'm always out there.
I have very sensitive feet, so even walking on grass is kind of uncomfortable for me. Yeah. So watching somebody sprinting down the road.
I feel like you get mad
with
at me
no
because I'll be out in the yard.
I'm like, no.
I'll be out in the yard.
Wrecks my immersion.
Walking through the grass.
That's what does it for me. Not the fact that he's jumping from buildings and stuff. No. He just ran across the street with no shoes. That's it. We're done.
We are done.
Good.
That is going to be all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn. Take to the comments below as long as you have shoes on.
Yeah.
Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.